I'm Deanna Price, and today I'm doing a video on why not to pull your horse's mane and alternatives and tips on not pulling your horse's mane. So if you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe to my channel. That way you still see all of my free videos. All right, so not pulling your horse's mane. The number one reason to not pull your horse's mane is because it is painful. It is painful to your horse. And I don't think that we need to be subjecting our horses to unnecessary pain just because it's a tradition. So let me give you some tips and tricks to get around that. So this horse has a really thick mane. And if I were gonna pull it, I would have to thin it out a lot, and that would be a lot of pulling. So the first tip would be buck the trend. Just because everybody else is doing it doesn't mean that you need to pull your horse's mane. This horse also has a short, thick neck, and I would just assume keep it covered up. Tip number 2 would be to do a running braid, and I have a video on that, so I will link it. But you can just do a running braid that then still gets the mane up off the horse's neck. It looks short, but you're not having to pull it. The third tip is to fake pull your horse's mane. I'm going to show you what that is. So her mane is so thick, if I cut it short, it would just stick up and be a big fluffy mess. So what I can do is part it, and you want to keep the top section. That's what you would be keeping, and that's what would be left after you fake pull. So you want to part it with more mane there than you think you want, because once you cut, you know, there's no going back. So part this, and then the part that you're going to keep, either flip it over or put it in some clips or a ponytail so that you have it out of the way. As the mane goes back here, you probably have noticed that it gets thinner. So you'll get to a point where you probably don't want to cut off any more mane, okay? And I like long mane, so I'm not going to actually cut this. But what you would do then, holding this out of the way, you would clip what's left and just buzz that really short. And then you'd have to maintain it every once in a while, but it's not any more effort than it is to continually pull your horse's mane. Then, with what you have left, you would cut all this off and then flip this over, and it would be much thinner, so it would lay nicely. And then instead of ripping it out, you can get one of these combs that has a little blade when you push the button that comes through, and it cuts some of the hair off, but it doesn't give you that blunt scissor cut like the Three Stooges bangs kind of look, because we've all seen that on horses and it does not look good. So I'm going to link one of these combs below, and what you can do, she's got some thin ends here, so I'll just cut those. You're going to slide the comb up and then cut, and it just takes out a little bit of the mane. Slide it up and cut, and it gives it a little more natural look, like that. And I'm not really going to do much with hers because, like I said, I just like to keep them natural looking. But hopefully that will be helpful to you. If you think that that's something you may do, look below. There's product links there for similar combs, and I'll put some clippers on there. And if you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe to my channel, Shade Tree Stables, and thanks for watching.